friends, as you have seen that I am giving you all BBA LLB notes, so comment, subscribe and like my channel so that you can watch my latest videos. So today we study about pledge. It is very important topic in the Law of Contract Act. Today we learn about what is pledge, difference between bailment and pledge and their exceptions. So let's start. Pledge. According to section 172 of Indian Contract Act 1872, the bailment of goods as security for payment of a debt or performance of a promise is called pledge. So, as per Oxford Dictionary, pledge means a thing that is given as security for the fulfillment of a contract or the payment of a debt and is liable to forfeiture in the event of failure. As we have studied in bailment that there are two parties in the bailment, bailer and the bailee. Here also there are two parties, pawner and the pawnee. As it is a special kind of bailment, so bailer in this case is known as pawner and the bailee is in this case is known as pawnee. There are two elements in a pledge. One person must deliver goods to other, and secondly, delivery must be as a security for payment of a debt. There must be delivery of goods, that is the transfer of possession from one person to another. It is important to know that pledge is a special type of bailment where goods are delivered as security. Therefore, the transfer of possession of a good from the pawner to the pawnee is must to complete a pledge. Second is delivery must be as security for payment of a debt. In this, delivery can be actual or symbolic delivery. So, actual delivery is where possession of goods is transferred from the pledger to pledgee. It is actual delivery. For example, A gives jewelry to bank for taking loan. Second is symbolic delivery, when actual possession is not transferred by the pledger to pledgee, but some act is done by the pledger which has the effect of putting the pledge in possession and hence treated as pledge. For example, A gives keys of godown to B. It is symbolic delivery of goods in godown. Second element of the pledge is purpose of delivery of goods must be security for repayment of debt or performance of a promise by the pledgee or debtor. Therefore, the pledgee becomes a secured creditor in the pledge. He has a right to dispose these goods of where the pledger fails to perform his promise to repaying the loan. Next is who can pledge? Generally, the owner of the goods or any person authorized by him in that behalf can pledge the goods. So in this, where a servant has the custody of the goods or a tenant gets the possession of a furnishing material, then neither the servant can pledge the goods nor can a tenant pledge the furnishing material in his possession. Similarly, a person obtaining the goods fraudulently does not have any right to pledge them. Next is difference between bailment and pledge. As we are aware that there is no difference between bailment and pledge, but when we go deeply, we find a lot of difference between the two. Bailment. When the goods are temporarily handed over from one person to another person for a specified purpose, it is known as bailment. Whereas pledge, when the goods are delivered to act as security against the debt owned by one person to another person, it is known as the pledge. Bailment defined in section 148 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, whereas pledge defined in section 172 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Next is the person who delivers the goods is known as the bailer, while the person to whom the goods are delivered is known as bailee. In the pledge, the person who delivers the goods is known as pawner, while the person to whom the goods are delivered is known as pawnee. In bailment, consideration may or may not be present, but in pledge, consideration always present. In bailment, the party whom goods are being delivered has no right to sell the goods, but in pledge, the party whom goods are being delivered as security has the right to sell the goods if the party who delivers the goods fails to pay the debt. Bailment purpose is of safekeeping or repairs, etc., but in pledge as a security against payment of debt. There is one more difference in bailment and pledge, that is, in bailment, the parties whom goods are being delivered can use the goods only for the specified purpose, but in pledge, the party whom goods are delivered has no right to use the goods. There are exceptions also where a person other than owner can pledge the goods. Sometimes interest acquired by third person in goods pledged must be protected. Therefore, law has recognized some exceptions where goods pledged by a person other than owner or authorized person is valid. Exceptions are as follows. First is pledge by mercantile agent. Second is pledge by a person in possession under voidable contract. Third is pledge by a person with a limited interest. And the last is pledge by a seller in possession after sale. This pledge by mercantile agent is explained in section 178 of Indian Contract Act. This is explained in section 178A of Indian Contract Act. Pledge by a person with a limited interest. This is explained in section 179 of Indian Contract Act, and this pledge by a seller in possession after sale. This is explained in section 30 clause 1 of the Sale of Goods Act in 1930 and section 30 clause 2 of Sales of Goods Act 1930. So, these sections we study in detail in the next lecture. So, like, comment and subscribe my channel. So, see you soon in the next video.